Hi, this is Joel with Ad Design Group, and today I will be going through the steps of my blog post on Node Embed. Um, so first, let's go ahead and make sure that we have the correct modules installed. We'll be looking for Node Embed. So we can see that is installed and enabled. It has a dependency on the views module. And then, of course, Views has a couple dependencies, mainly chaos tools. So once all those modules are installed and enabled, you'll be ready to start. Secondly, we'll want to go to Configuration, click on Text Formats, and then configure Node Embed for whatever text format you want to use it with. I will discuss full HTML today. So you can see that we've selected Insert Node. So that's the Node Embed functionality is providing this checkbox here. And typically I have good luck with just leaving Insert Node at the top of the list, because that way your node is processed first before anything else happens. In some cases you may need to play around with the order of how that falls. In my caveat section of the post, I mention if you're using filtered HTML, make absolutely sure that you're not limiting an image tag, for example, if you're trying to embed nodes that have images. So you would want to add the img tag to be not filtered. Next, we'll want to make sure our content types are configured. For this example, I'm using one called image and one called basic page. Basic page has the standard title and body fields enabled, and image has a title field and an image field, a body field for the caption, and a text field for the credits. And now we're set to create nodes and embed some content. So if we go to my Find Content screen, I've created two nodes. One called Basic Page, and and the other one an image that will actually embed into our basic page. So if we click Edit, you'll see that we've added an image, our caption, and our credits. And one thing I mentioned in my post, with the Node Embed module, you'll need to pay attention to the node ID. So if you're editing any piece of content in Drupal, you'll be able to see the node ID in the URL bar. So in this case, our image is node 1. So let's go and embed that into our page. So if we click Edit on our page, I'm going to imagine that we've never done this before. So I have just some text and we want to add our image node to the page. So I'll copy the Node Embed. Node Embed uses a special token-like code that consists of two brackets that surround the code and a colon that separates NID from the actual node ID. And as I mentioned, my image is node ID 1. So in this case, we'll do NID:1. We'll save our node. And now we can go view to see if it's been added. Great. And by default, you may notice that your image is huge because maybe it's not using any sort of image style. And we'll talk about further customizing this in the next part of my screencast. So definitely check back for part 2.